Ever wonder why life has to be so challenging? It's a question we've all asked ourselves at one point or another. Life, it seems, never runs out of curveballs to throw our way, of mountains to climb or rivers to cross. It's a universal experience, one that transcends borders, cultures, and generations. But why? Why does life insist on testing us, on pushing us to our limits? Why must our journey be littered with obstacles, with trials that seem designed to break us? It's tempting to see these challenges as cruel, as unfair, but perhaps there's another way to look at it. Imagine for a moment that life is a great forge, and we are the raw metal placed within it. The heat, the pressure, the pounding. These are not meant to destroy us, but to shape us, to mold us into something stronger, something more resilient. Each challenge we face, each adversity we overcome serves to temper us, to bring out the best in us. It may not feel like it in the heat of the moment, when we're in the throes of a struggle, when every step forward seems like a Herculean task. But it's in these moments of struggle that we truly discover who we are, what we're made of. It's in these moments that we come face to face with our own strength, our own courage, our own determination. And so we push on, we rise to meet each challenge, we weather each storm, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary, because it's through these trials that we grow, that we evolve. Because it's in the crucible of adversity that we are forged into the best versions of ourselves. Adversity, it seems, is a constant companion in life. But does it have to be our enemy? Or could it be instead our greatest teacher, our most profound guide, the catalyst that propels us forward, ever onward, towards our destiny? Consider the phoenix, rising anew from the ashes of its former self. There's a story that comes to mind, a tale of transformation. It's about a man named John. John was a high-flying corporate executive. He had it all, the house, the car, the status. But one day, as if a rug was pulled from under him, he lost it all. The company he worked for went bankrupt. He found himself jobless, penniless, and spiraling into a deep abyss of despair. But here's where the magic happens. John looked at his situation, not as a devastating setback, but as an opportunity. He chose to see the bankruptcy as a chance to start anew, to rise from the ashes of his former life. He took a step back, reflected on his life, and realized he had been chasing a dream that wasn't even his own. John decided to pursue his passion for art, something he had put on the back burner in his pursuit of corporate success. He started painting, creating beautiful works that resonated with people. Slowly, he rebuilt his life, not around money or status, but around his passion and happiness. His transformation was nothing short of remarkable. From the ashes of his former self he rose, just like the phoenix. John's story is a testament to the human spirit, to our ability to adapt, to grow, and to transform even in the face of the toughest adversities. In the face of adversity, they chose to rise, not fall. What if I told you, the way you look at adversity can change everything? Imagine for a moment you're on a journey, and you come across a giant wall. It's too tall to climb, too solid to break, and too wide to go around. What do? Well, it's all a matter of perspective. Perspective is like a lens through which we view the world. It shapes our understanding, influences our reactions, and ultimately, determines our reality. If you see the wall as an insurmountable obstacle, you might feel defeated, perhaps even turn back. But if you choose to see the wall not as a blockade, but as an opportunity to grow stronger, to learn something new, to innovate, then you've already won half the battle. Let's consider an anecdote. There was a young woman, let's call her Jane. Jane was a promising athlete, her dreams were set on the Olympics. But one day, she had a terrible accident, losing the use of her legs. Her dreams seemed shattered, her life as she knew it over. But Jane didn't see it that way. She saw it as a challenge, an opportunity to redefine herself. She took up wheelchair racing, and not only did she excel, she became a world champion. Jane didn't let the wall of her accident stop her. She used it as a stepping stone to reach new heights. She changed the way she looked at her adversity, and in doing so, she changed her life. We all come across walls in our lives. They can be as small as a bad day at work, or as big as a life-changing event. But no matter the size, the power to overcome them lies within us. It lies in our perspective. With the right perspective, we can turn any wall into a door that leads to growth, to resilience, to a better version of ourselves. It's not the wall that defines us, but how we choose to view it. By changing their perspective, they change their life. Scene script. Resilience. It's the secret weapon in the battle against life's challenges. What is resilience, you may ask? It's the ability to bounce back after being knocked down, to recover from defeat, to rise after a fall. It's being able to navigate through the storm. Even when the winds are fierce and the waves are high, it's the grit, the tenacity, the unyielding spirit that refuses to be crushed under the weight of adversity. Think of a rubber band. When stretched, it doesn't break, it resists. And when released, it snaps back into its original shape. That's resilience. It's not about avoiding the stretch, but about bouncing back stronger and more flexible than before. Let's think about people we admire, those who have faced insurmountable odds and yet emerged victorious. Take Helen Keller, for instance. Despite being both deaf and blind, she became an influential author, speaker, and activist. Or consider Thomas Edison. He failed more than 1,000 times before he successfully invented the light bulb. What set these individuals apart was not their talent or luck, but their resilience. They faced adversity head-on, they fell, they stumbled, but they never gave up. Resilience is not something we're born with. It's a muscle that we build over time, through hardship, through failure, through pain. With each challenge we face, we have the opportunity to grow this muscle, to become more resilient. So, when life knocks you down, remember that it's an opportunity to build your resilience. It's a chance to grow stronger, to become more flexible, to learn and adapt. It's an invitation to rise again, to keep going, to keep fighting. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get up. That's the essence of resilience. It's about turning every setback into a comeback, every failure into a stepping stone, every challenge into an opportunity. With resilience, they turn their struggles into strength, and so can you. Now, what about you? What challenges are you facing? In the grand theater of life, we each have our own unique struggles, our own individual mountains to climb. And it's okay. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to feel broken. Because it's in those moments of adversity that we truly discover who we are. Life is a master sculptor, and it uses challenges as its chisel. Each blow, each crack, each chip away at our exterior reveals more of our inner strength, our inner beauty. It's through this process that life shapes us into masterpieces, but remember, the sculptor's work is never complete until the sculpture recognizes its own worth. So what lesson can you take away from this? The lesson is simple. Embrace the challenges, embrace the pain. Use them as stepping stones on your path to greatness. Think of the phoenix, rising from the ashes. It does not fear the fire, it welcomes it. It knows that every time it is reduced to ashes, it has a chance to be reborn, to come back stronger, brighter, and more magnificent than before. You too have that power. The power to rise from the ashes of your challenges, to use the heat of adversity to forge a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Remember the power of perspective. How you view your challenges determines how you react to them. A mountain is not an insurmountable obstacle, but a chance to reach new heights. A storm is not a destructive force, but a cleansing rain that brings life. Your challenges are not your downfall, but your opportunity. Resilience is not just a trait, it's a choice. It's the choice to keep going when the going gets tough. It's the choice to not just survive, but to thrive. It's the choice to turn every setback into a comeback. So take these lessons, apply them to your own life, use them to shape your own masterpiece. Remember, when life breaks you, it's an opportunity to build yourself stronger than before. Rise from the ashes, change your perspective, be resilient. You have the power to overcome.